Hey guys, so today we're going to do a ball workout. It's going to be yummy, delicious, and super indulgent. I have KJ with me and she's going to be my muse for today. Start standing on your mat with the ball against your right thigh, your right hand palm against the ball, and your feet wider than fist width apart. We'll make a double fist width apart, and then begin with an inhale. And pursed lips, exhale. Inhale again. And side out. Left arm reaches past your left ear. The right hand presses into your right thigh. And on an inhale, you move down the leg, arching over that ball, but pressing your hand into the ball. And exhale, we come back up. Inhale, go over, rolling down the ball with your hand and arm. And then exhale, you come back up. One more to the right hand side. And exhale, we pull up. You're going to move the ball over to the left hand. Palm presses in. Relax the right at your side. And take 2 breaths here. Inhale, side out. Again. And then we lift the right arm past your ear. And on an inhale, you press into the ball. And exhale, we pull back up. 2 more. Inhale, over you go. And exhale, we pull. Keep pressing your left hand into your ball and using your right body, we come up. Well done. You're going to sit down on your mat. Scooch forward so that there's enough mat behind you, and then place the ball in the middle of your upper back. Your hands will go behind your head. And on an inhale, you just arch over the ball and pause at neutral. For those of us who feel comfortable enough to extend past neutral, you can carry on going, but then you'll draw your tummy in at this point and exhale to come back up. It's an inhale to go back down, scooping out your tummy, and exhale, come back up. Inhale, we go down. Keeping your feet pressed into the floor, exhale, come up. If you can keep your feet pressed and your bum pressed down, inhale, go down over. Then you're going to stretch your tummy in a different way. Exhale, come up. And last one, you inhale, go over. And then exhale, pull up, crunch up nice and high, scoop out the tummy. Use your abdominals to lighten yourself on the ball. It's important to check in with where your ball is, because sometimes people put the ball a little low, making the back over arch. I would like the ball a little higher on your back, all the while you've been holding your tummy and keeping crunched. You're going to rotate to the right hand side for me in your crunch, and then slowly press your spine, rotated, down into the ball, arch over the ball. And then turn your back to the left hand side, doing a roundabout. You'll come up that left side into a deep crunch. Stay there for a moment and then lay yourself back down on that left side until you arched over the ball, and you can rotate over to the right. Pull yourself up. Keep both bum bones stuck down on the floor and then lie down again. And rotate over. Good. You'll lie down. And rotate over. Keep the left bum anchored, lie down, last one. Rotate to the left and up, and then you go back down to the center, and you'll come up the middle. Come up the middle for me, crunching the tummy in. Take your hands to your sides, reach your hands long. So you're attempting to pull yourself up, but you're not going to grab your legs, you're going to use your tummy to lift you. Turn your palms down and float your arms up knee-height level. And then on a percussive breath, you are pulsing your arms and pulsing your breath. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. Exhale, 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 exhale. And in, in. Out, 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 out. In, in, in. Out, 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 out. And last 5, There we go. Put your hands behind your legs and pull yourself up to seated. Fantastic. We remove the ball out from underneath your back and you get to lie down slowly, bone by bone. The ball is underneath your right foot. You extend the leg away from me. Press the ball down into the floor. On an exhale, the left knee is going to come up to tabletop. And then inhale, the foot dabs the ground. And exhale, you pull it back up to tabletop. But the whole time, the right leg is pressing down into the mat. You want to keep an equal distance between the two, the ribs and the hips on the two sides. So you don't want your left side to hike up towards your shoulder. Keep pressing your left bum away. Anchoring your right bum bone down into the floor. And almost lightening the left knee higher to the ceiling. 2 more. And last one. And then leave the left leg in the air like so. You press your right foot through the ball. Your hands go interlaced behind your head. You will lift head and chest up into a chest lift. And rotate to the left hand side. Exhale. Inhale center. And exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale middle. 3 more. And 2. And last one. Back to the center. Lower your left foot down to the floor. Lower your head and your chest. And now we're going to move the ball over to the left hand side. So you're going to put your left foot on top, extending the leg. Make sure it's in a similar spot. So you want it to mimic the other side. And then you'll press the left foot through the ball. It's a straight left leg. The right leg comes to tabletop. Your hands are at your sides. Abs are engaged. Both hips are pressing down. And you're going to inhale, lower your toes to the ground, and exhale, lift. You can keep it at 90 degrees. Inhale, down, and exhale, lift. Scooping the tummy up. 30% activation in the lower abdominals. So that means you're not going full tilt, you're just scooping gently. And 3 more. Open heart, strong arms, long arms. And your last one. Keep the leg in tabletop, hands interlaced behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest. Rotate to the right. Exhale, 8 and 7. It's an out breath to rotate. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. You can lower your foot and lower your head and chest. Both feet are on the ball now. And your tummy is scooped up and under, and you really want to feel that the lighter your legs are, the more your tummy is working in the right way. So it's not that the tummy is getting hard and bulgy, it's that the tummy is actually activating, scooping up and under the ribs. You lighten your feet on the ball and you bend your knees, pulling the feet in towards your bottom. And then you take your legs away. And so we pull in on an exhale and you take it away. And if you can pretend that the ball is a crispy meringue and you don't want to crack it, then that will really help with the imagery to activate your tummy, as opposed to just relying on the weight of your legs. And just 3 more like this. Good. And 2. And then your last one, we pull the ball in. And you're very lightly tapping the ball. You're going to suck in your tummy, and if you need to, you can put your hands underneath your bottom, because we're going to lift both legs up to tabletop and back down to the ball. So for some people, that challenge might make your back feel like it's working too hard. So you exhale to float the legs up to tabletop, and then inhale to come down only where you're comfortable and confident that you can cope. Exhale, come up. So for you, maybe it's halfway down and up. Otherwise, hands under bum also helps. Inhale to go down and exhale to pull up. Keep scooping the tummy, but remember, it mustn't bulge. It must be drawn in. It must be useful. And 3, 2, and then last one. Then you'll pull the ball towards your bottom and put your feet back on the floor. On an inhale, you prepare yourself. On an exhale, you tuck your tail and lift your hips off the floor. The feet are fist width apart, but it's okay if they're really close together. Come down slowly. Unravel the bottom. Inhale, we prepare. And exhale, you curl up. Don't worry, I'm not aiming to kill your hamstrings. I'm so nervous. Come down slowly. Tuck the tail and let's lift. If you can make your hamstrings work a little harder by pulling your heels so that you're tractioning them towards your bum, come down slow. It will warm them up a little bit better, more efficiently, because you're using them more. So if that feeling is trying to pull simultaneously the heels towards your bum, come and lift up your hips. You'll turn on the back of your legs. And lower yourself down. And then last one. And you can come down slowly. The right foot goes on top of the ball. And the left foot's weight bearing. You imprint your spine and lift up your hips. It's biased to a single leg. And then come down slowly. So the unstable foot doesn't need to weight bear that much. Tuck and lift, which means you're putting most of your weight on the other leg. Curl down. And you exhale to lift. Come down slow. Perfect. So Kate and I are just having a moment where we're sharing, let's lift up. Is it a curl or is it a press? So in a pelvic curl, curl being the operative word, you articulate your spine down. Carry on. Whereas if you're doing a bridge or a lift, you might not curl, you might just press. And when you come down like a helicopter landing on a pad. It's all at the same time, as opposed to the runway of your spine curling down. There's value in both. Let's change legs. So you'll move your left foot on top. I think more importantly, let's exhale to lift up your hips, whichever way you want to give it a crack today. I think more importantly, come down. You want to be able to do both and know why you're doing it or why it's hard for you to do it. Tuck and lift. So if you find it difficult to curl up, then you should probably do that as your intervention. And if you find it weird and foreign to do the bridge, then spend more time doing that. Let's carry on curling and coming down. It's good for the brain to find more ways to move. And so we've got a few more just to keep you even compared to the other side. And I'll say one more and then we move on to a lovely exercise. You pull the ball underneath your bottom. And so come down and pull the ball underneath your bottom. You're going to lift up your hips. Now it's quite hard to get the ball there, so there's some shoving. So there'll be some shoving involved. You lift up your bum and then you pull the ball underneath it. Yeah, there we go. You'll float your right leg to tabletop, please. Suck in the tummy and float your left leg up as well. And then you'll straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Good. In this position, you turn out your toes and squeeze your heels together. You're going to flex your feet like a frog or like a clown. And the heels are squashed together. So depending, if you've got knock knees, it's quite hard to get the heels to touch, but you can soften the knees slightly. Turn out, turn out, turn out. And then you're going to bend your knees down like a frog, bending the knees out wide. So you slide your heels down towards your bottom. And then exhale to press the legs back up to the top. Yes, so you're sliding your heels up and down this imaginary pole. And you exhale to press. Good. And so in that position, you want to make sure your back is stable. So your tummy's drawn in, but there's some work in the back because you're not wanting to cave every single repetition. And you keep your turn out So the toes are out, the knees are out, and the heels are touching. And if you can imagine that it was harder than it actually is, so that you're pushing against something solid, then you're buying into the movement and you'll get more fibers to turn on. 2 more like this while squeezing the heels very hard. And then your last one, you push your toes up to the ceiling and you point your toes. You keep your turn out and the legs lower on the diagonal line. So if you're strong and stable in your abdominals, you can be cocky with the circle. But if you're feeling unstable here, then stop, maybe go a little higher. Do not jeopardize your back. You do not need to be going low. You circle the legs out very wide and you close them up to the ceiling. Squeeze the heels, come down. Draw in your tummy. So Kate's managing to keep stable. I'm taking her a little bit lower, but she has to keep the tummy in and concentrate. And circle. We go again. Down, 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 down. Reach into your feet and open wide. Good. Knit the navel, go down. And reach wide. 3 more, down. Scoop out the tummy and reach. 2. And then your last one. At no point should you have back discomfort, but there is tension in the abdominals. We change direction. It's inhale, you open your legs, and exhale to squeeze the legs together. Up you come. Draw in the lower abdominals and circle. If you have tight hip flexors, you might have an audible click. I don't want any discomfort, but it is quite common for us to have tight hip flexors that make a snapping sound. It's actually 2 tendons rolling over one another. It's not comfortable, but it's not painful. It's just quite disconcerting, and you can try and loosen those tendons so you don't have to live with it, but it is common. Reach out if that's you. And then squash the legs together, come up to the center. We'll take the right leg down, the left leg goes up. You reach them in opposite direction. So you're going to scissor. It's a double pulse. 1, 2, change legs. 1, 2, swap. 1, 2, swap. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. Draw in the tummy. Challenging yourself at the end of the range. Getting a little juice out the ends. And then 2 more, because we're going to do some bicycle. So bicycle's not that easy. It's quite a good brain one. You go into scissor, stay in scissor, and then bend one knee so that you scrape your foot along the mat towards your bottom while the straight leg is in the air. It cycles down. The bent leg extends up to the ceiling. Ta-da moment. Then the left leg bends and the right leg is straight. It goes down to the ground and the left leg extends to the ceiling. Okay, we bicycle. So carry on going. Think of riding a bike. Think of swimming freestyle. You know, things that reach that leg or arm or limb long and then bend back to the center. It's okay if this looks like a dead insect, as long as you're not in pain. And so we're going to stop here, bend the knees to tabletop, lower one foot, lower the other foot. We'll leave reverse bicycle for another day. Lift up your hips for me and take the ball out from underneath you. Good. Turn onto your side, lie facing the screen. Let's bend the knees to tabletop, feet forward. And then the left hand, you hold the ball. Take the ball forward in front of you and press your hand onto the ball with the right hand, underneath your head. No, right hand under head, left hand reaches out in front of you. Yeah, this is correct. Lots of left and right. You're going to stick out your chest, and that arm that's underneath, I need the hand behind your head. This one. This hand? Yeah, there. Perfect. Okay. Hold on to your neck like this. Does it feel stiff?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got your left hand on your ball and you're going to reach forward with your left hand and press the hand into the ball. So you're compressing into the ball and reaching. And then you drag yourself back to stacked. And you go again. Reach forward. We're looking for space in the joint and then come back. It's not difficult, nothing's going to burn. It's just trying to feel what it feels like to sublux that shoulder forward and drag everything back to stacked. And so it's more neurological than anything else, and pull it back to stacked. And 4 more. And back. 3. 2 more. And then your last one, you reach forward, you grab the ball in your hand, you hold it firmly, you inhale to lift the ball up to the ceiling and exhale to roll over all the way. Roll, 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 roll. And now it makes sense as to why you needed to hold on to your neck. And then you're going to wrap your body back, pulling back. If you need more space, just scooch forward slightly. It's worth the change. So move forward there, Kate. And then on an inhale, we lift the ball up to the ceiling and over you go, go, go. Try and touch the wall. Good. And then wrap your body back. Over you go. All the way. And pull back the bod. You leave the ball there in front of you, but place your left hand behind your head, holding the right hand. Then you lie over onto your back. So you roll backwards in the same way we did with the ball, and now you're in a twist. Inhale to prepare. You're going to crunch up the center. So you lift your head and chest up into a chest lift, and then lay back down your spine. Exhale, we come into the chest lift and lie down again. Good. 6. And exhale. 5. Go 4. 3. 2. And then 1. So you can grab your ball and put it behind your knee. And then hold on to your ankle with your left hand. Pull back the knee and squeeze the glutes. Breathe here. Rest your head on your arm and lengthen your knee. Squeeze your glute and tuck your tail. Pull pubic bone to sternum. Breathe. Two more breaths. And then you can come out of the stretch. Kate's going to have to flip over. But you can roll over. That's absolutely fine unless you really want to look at the screen. So you're going to hold the ball in your right hand. Left hand is underneath your head and fingers are wrapped around your neck. Your knees are forward, your feet are forward, and you're going to press your hand, right hand, into the ball, reaching the shoulder blade along your back, and then you traction the humerus back into its socket, squaring off the shoulders, and go again, reaching forward. Let the body move and respond, and then pull yourself back from somewhere deep inside. And so we'll go again. Good. 4 more. Sliding the shoulder blade along the rib cage and pressing into the hand. Last one, you reach, you grab your ball, and then on an inhale you lift the ball up to the ceiling and over you go. See if you can crash, and then come back, exhaling. If you need to make any changes, you can. It's an inhale to lift the ball up towards the ceiling, and roll all the way over. And then wrap your body back. Good. Lifting up and over, and then pull back from your waistline with your hand almost coming last. Actually, your head comes last, eh? Leave it over, then wrap your body back from your rib cage, and then eventually everything follows. A couple of things come last. One more. We'll do one more. And then pull from the kneecap, the waistline, and voila. Put the ball behind your right knee. Grab the right ankle and pull back the leg. You can support your head, but you must squeeze your bottom. Roll the shoulder down your back as well. You don't want to be leaving that twisted and forward. Draw in the tummy, tuck your tail. Using the bottom knee, pulling it up towards your chest helps you to try and keep your back in a straight line. So the higher that bottom knee up is, not safe for your back because it's not dangerous, but just the more comfortable your back is because you're not going to overarch the back. And then you can take 2 more breaths, I reckon. Pull the knee back, inhale, and sigh it out. And then come into 4-point kneeling position. We let go of that ball. So you're going to slide your right foot back behind you and slide your left arm forward. Other one. Right foot back behind you, left hand forward. And then you lift the limbs up off the floor. Up, 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 up. You want your eye line slightly forward. You're going to squeeze both glutes, draw in the navel, close the ribs, and you hold yourself in this position. First, we cook you, so you just wait and you wait and you wait. But there are things that you can work on while you wait. You can push your shin into the floor, you can press your hand into the ground, you can lift your sternum a little higher. And then after a while, we're going to pulse. We're going to lift the limbs higher and then go over and over again, just lifting the limbs. Limbs lift. That's it. Good. And so we do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Right hand reaches forward, left leg reaches back. Lift them off the floor and set yourself up first. Engage tummy, push into the hand, lift the sternum, and push the shin of the right leg down into the floor. Then we will pulse up and down. So you're drawing in the tummy, you're squeezing both glutes, and you're going to do another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Good. We take the ball underneath your sternum, and you're going to lower yourself down into a lady's push-up so that your chest touches the ball. So you get down and then you push yourself back up again. Good. So that's a good idea so that it keeps you accountable. You got to get to the ball. Inhale, go down. Exhale, come up. If it is too hard and you can only go a quarter of the way, it's okay. Inhale, go down. At least you have something to aim for. Yours is a bit harsh. There we go. Inhale down and exhale up. So if you are on the challenge with us and this is really easy and you feel like it's good enough to warm you up but you want something a little harder, then you can go onto your feet and do the full push-up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. I'd like 4. Give me 4 more. Good. And then 2. And your last one. Now you'll take the ball away from underneath your chest and lie down on your stomach. Here you hold the ball in your left hand to begin with. And you place both hands above your head. You keep your glutes loose and your legs loose, and you're going to lift your arms and your chest off the floor. That left hand's holding the ball. You're going to take the ball across to the right, and then bring the ball down to your hips. Both hands move down towards your thighs. Then both hands move back overhead. You swap the ball into the left hand, and you'll move the ball to your sides. And then back up overhead and swap to the other side. If this is too uncomfortable, then you can just spend time with your hands on your thighs, coming up into extension and back down again. So you don't have to have that constant hold with the arms moving overhead. You can just do repetitions of lifting into your extension. But otherwise, the rest of you carrying on. You're holding yourself quite low to the ground. I do not need too much height, but you are trying to straighten the arms at all times. And so we'll finish over to the left, arms go back overhead, and then you leave your ball between your hands, you don't need it, and you slide your hands to under your shoulders and push yourself back into rest position. Breathing deeply in your rest position. Your hands are reaching out in front of you, and there's just one real benefit of coming to one of these sessions for the in-person session, and that's that you get some hands on your back. But those of you at home are going to use breath to stretch into the muscles that's around the back and the rib cage. You can walk your hands over to the right hand side and reach your left arm really long and your left bottom really back. Draw deep breaths into the side body. Walk your hands over to the left hand side, reaching the right hand further forward and the right bottom back. And then come back to center and lie down on your back on your mat. You're going to flip your hands, palms up, and flip your feet out to the side. So complete relaxation in all of the joints, scanning your body from the toes all the way up your legs. Actively turning off the muscles and giving your body permission to breathe deeply and relax. Try and get softness across the chest and into the jaw, and softness into your brow. Deep inhale and sigh it out. Take another one in, and as you breathe out, you let all your tension just go.